Alright guys, today I'm going to teach you guys how to play Garen Toplane in Season 12. So, what you want to run right now is Conquer, Triumph, Tenacity, Last Stand, Conditioning, and you want to be going with Overgrowth. And along with this entire setup, you also want to go with a Doran's Blade if you are finding yourself in a bruiser kind of matchup. In this case, we're playing against Sion, which isn't necessarily a bruiser matchup, but he focused a lot on poking, but it's not really worth going for Doran's Shield here. Usually, if you find yourself into a matchup which is like heavily poking related, you want to go for a Doran's Shield. Nice try. So every single time that Sion is going to drop his Q down, we're going to be looking into outplaying that with my Q. It's going to charge his Q, I'm pretty sure. Yep. Super classic. Can actually get a kill right now. Wait a second. And we got him. So let me just explain what happened here, okay? This is one of the most cheesy things you can do with Garen. So you go for a fight at level 1, and before you reach level 2, you want to walk inside the brush so that Sion cannot see the level up. And then you flash Q and then you get a free kill like that. It's super cheesy. Wow. I'm kind of impressed it didn't land. So let's go back to pushing things out. We just want to be able to reset the wave now, right now. Oh, we can get another one. Yep. Garen is the perfect pick into so many top laners right now. And the Sion matchup is absolutely no different. Garen is able to like snowball this matchup quite easily, especially like early on. It's the perfect matchup for him. So, the first thing that I always encourage you guys buying as Garen is typically always going to be a berserker greaves. Regardless of the matchup that you're facing, you're pretty much always going to go with a berserker greaves, with the exception of like full AD team comps. So for the item that we're going to run this game, there are about 2 options right now which are very good. You have the stridebreaker build and you have the Trinity Force build. But typically what you want to do with Garen is always go for stridebreaker build. And the difference is that Trinity Force gives you more damage, like, across the game. But Stridebreaker is pretty much a solid item no matter what matchup. Because you get more wave clear, you get damage, you get a slow, which are all very important. Especially the wave clear, that's what Trinity Force doesn't really have. It's gonna go for the CS, probably. Go. Got the wave pushing towards me, which is pretty good. But we gotta be careful about lead though. There we go. I've recently had like a lot of questions from people like why I use the circle to place the ward down. Pretty simple. The reason why is because I want to make sure that the ward actually gets inside the brush. I can soon explain why. I will demonstrate you what I mean with this, because there's like a little trick, you know, with it. But I have to get my trinket back, so looks like he's going back to base. Oh, we missed that. No, wait for the next wave to arrive. There we go. Now I push the next wave with my E, and then we go back. Should I hit the most amount? If you ever plan on like hard pushing with Garen, you gotta try to make sure that you land like as much as possible with your E to be as efficient. Now we go back. We are going to be going for the longsword, and we'll take the attack speed so we can rely on more spins with my E. There we go. Lee San's currently down here. I'm assuming he's probably going for Drake right now, so I'm just gonna ping for that. Usually around like 6 minutes in the game is where junglers are, you know, at this point are looking for dragons. So he might be there, possibly. I think he probably went for like a full clear. Like I thought. Perhaps maybe not doing the Drake, but... Okay. Still got my W ready and set. I'm gonna use my pod here. I want to be at full health. No wave with my W. And got him. Now we go back to pushing things out. We got my TP as well for bot lane, although it seems like we don't really have to use that right now, so... Looking at the map, guys, look at that. That's a huge fight, but I can already guarantee my team is winning that one. Oh, we missed the cannon. Absolutely awesome. It's going flawless. Let's get the tower. Get some plates. We get as much as we can. Ah, this Sion is going for the cheesy build. He's going for like the lethality build on Sion. That's a pretty nasty, nasty build, to be honest. If he lands like one combo, you're basically dead instantly. And go for like one more pot. Okay, so let me just demonstrate you like what I'm talking about with Trinket, because I tend to get this question like so much as of recently. You know this one, right? People don't really use like the non-smart cast version of, you know, warding. People usually just quick cast it and that's it. Or I mean, it's been so long since I've done the settings, but I just gotta see how it's called. I'm literally playing the League for like 11 years now, and I never checked the settings at all. But just to demonstrate you real quick, let me just push this out real quick. Apparently sounds like pushing tops. I mean mid. Just going for the roam. Okay, I'm just gonna troll for a bit because I want to show you, because I could take plates now. The reason why I go for the circle is because if you hold right here, okay, you see that there's a green circle around the thing, and if I move it outside of the brush, the green circle is gone. So if I want to have the perfect spot and getting it inside the brush, like here for instance, I could have it in the perfect position, right? So I always know for sure 100% that it's going to get inside the brush. That's why I've always used the circle and not used the smart cast or the quick cast or whatever it's called nowadays. I don't really know. It's been too long since I've been touching the settings, but that's pretty much why I've always had it like this, so I could actually make sure it gets inside the brush. Because there's been many times in the past where I wanted to place a ward down inside the bush, but I couldn't see if it was inside of it or outside of it, and ever since then, making the mistake so many times in a row, I've decided like, okay, I'm no longer gonna smart cast the ward because it makes no sense. I'm just gonna use the circle to ensure I can get it into the perfect spot. I'm gonna hard push this one. This guy does go for lethality. There we go. I'm gonna hard push it because there's about to be another huge team fight. Wait a second. I could, in theory, walk down to mid now and be diving this Veigar like under tower. I could. Gonna walk up from. Okay. The best and maximum efficiency out there. I cancelled my E so I could drop down like one more auto in between so I could do the maximum damage. He's dead right now. Could finish him off. Nice. And tower's gone. Nice try. And we go back. There's one more wave that will arrive, but I don't want to risk myself potentially getting ganked by Lee Sin. Oh, it seems like he's just turned out to be in bot lane. Okay. Well, I'm not going to cancel it now, so...
Our deeds shape the future.
I can TP down here. Wait a second, I'm going to wait for an opportunity. So we got my stridebreaker now. This is going to be fun. Let's go. We've got my Aphelios down here, full health. And we got him. Perfect flank with my TP. We're also getting the Kai'Sa now with Rengar. Gonna help this ADC to push it a little bit faster. There we go. We can also get the blades. The next item that we're gonna build this game is going to be the Mortal Reminder. And after this item, we're gonna be looking into getting Deadman's Blade and a steraks gage. Oh, there's a ward down here. Wait a second. Okay. He should have the tower now, so we go back. This Scion is getting plates, I know. But it doesn't really matter because the Scion, we basically crushed him during laning phase. He has no lane anymore. Doesn't have anything. He lost so incredibly hard. He's not necessarily like behind in terms of farm that much, but he is gonna be useless. Like, we are too far ahead of him currently. We're gonna position like this. Apparently he's going for it. He's going for the plate. I mean, it's not necessarily bad. He definitely got like a lot of gold from the plate. But then again, like, he just gave like once again another kill to me. And even though it's not that much gold, what he doesn't realize is that this wave is about to crash down into the tower, which means he's going to lose the entire wave. Which means that he doesn't have an advantage. So he did get the gold on the plate, which is good. But he lost all the gold from the wave anyways. So he doesn't have anything. So that's going to crash into the tower. He's going to lose all of it. Apparently he's TPing down to mid. Okay. Probably get some kills. Yep, that's one. He's gonna press his thing. Not too bad. That's Fagar players in 2K21. Oh, yep. This camp is about to spawn right now. We go back top lane, we farm this out, we farm the upcoming wave after that, and then we just reset.
Victory awaits.
Nice. And we go back. So right now we got Mortal Reminder, and after this item, what we are going to run is either a Demon's Blade or a steraks gage. We can also go for hullbreaker now, but I don't want to focus and rely just on splitting alone, so... I tend to get this question a lot, like, bro, why are you not building hullbreaker that much? Like, this item is OP, but, like, you don't need hullbreaker to win the game on the side lanes. Like, it's only a kind of beneficial if you're splitting, but if you're going for a team fight, it's like the most useless item in the world. So you don't win games just by split pushing the game, and that's the problem. You don't. You might as well like build steraks gage and the other stuff immediately, because you're gonna be just as strong anyways. That's why, like, hullbreaker doesn't really provide you that much at all. It's just some item they created for the split pushing people, but that have no idea how it works. You don't split and split all day. Like, you don't do that. You know, unless you're like 30-0 and you got like you're like unbeatable and you have like the best. You're like completely maxed out in terms of build and everything. Yeah, hullbreaker does actually work pretty well. But then again, like in the average game where you're standing like 10-0 and you're doing absolutely great, you're not going for hullbreaker because the other items, they will already like push you that lead anyways. And they provide you better stuff in like for the whole game, not just splitting. That's why I hardly like ever build hullbreaker on most champs. I used to build like hullbreaker on Garen sometimes to like improve the splitting by a bit. But steraks, gage, and Deadman's Blade, they provide you enough already. Oh, I missed it. Get another tower. These guys are all fighting at mid lane, so we're getting a free towers. I'm not gonna go for him. There's a guy right behind him. Good. I'm gonna get the wave in mid lane. I could flash for him, but I'm not gonna do it. And we go back top.
Our deeds shape the future.
Well, you're dead. Good luck. Got flash, so you're dead. You're super dead. You know, if you're looking for like a no-brain top laner that, you know, is pretty easy to, you know, actually one of the easiest champions to play and just do absolutely amazing in the game, having some true 1v9 potential, especially mid-game is the best part. You know, Garen is just your way. You know, if you're new to top lane, you're like an absolute beginner to top lane. You just started getting into it, whether you are new to League or just the lane itself. You could basically pick Garen for your first time and literally pop off with it. Like, that's how easy it is to play Garen. Because the champion is very straightforward in itself. You don't really have, like... You don't need skill to, like, drop your Q down or your E or whatever. All you need to do is, like, time out your ultimate and trade whenever the time is right, and that's it. You got the wave clear with, like, one button. You literally pop, you press E and the whole wave is gone, basically, right? And you have your stridebreaker too.
Marches as one.
Good.
Forge onward.
Okay. Well, good luck. There's my team coming over, so... Okay. That was pretty end. Well, they're still down here. I got like 3.5k gold at the moment.
Keep faith.
Okay. That's 14 hip down. We gotta get this one now. And then we just go back after. We got 3.7k at the moment. So if we go back to base ones, we're gonna come back as a raid boss, man. If we get steraks, gage and we get the next item, which will be a Deadman's Blade, we are basically unkillable. We cannot die anymore for like the rest of the game because we're having too much of a lead already. There we go. Let's go for this one. Get the movement speed so we can get kills easier. Let's go. I'm just going to TP ball lane. Like, this game is already over for me. I'm going to carry this one super hard. We're spinning so fast. Like, if we press E once, like, someone will lose the health bar in an instant, so...
Be bold. Be
There's no blue anymore. Apparently they might be going for Baron, I think.
I will not falter.
Hello, hello. So apparently they're all coming down bot lane now.
Forget why.
All three of them. Seems like we're still getting chased down on. Oh. This guy's dead. Wow, we like managed to sidestep that Q from Sion. He actually didn't get to hit it on me. In case you guys don't notice, I'm just going to mention this because 95% of all Garen players don't really notice. Or never really use this, but if you pop your E, you can actually use your Q like in the middle of the E and people don't see it. People don't know if you're using your Q in the middle of your E, so they generally don't expect it. It's just like an advanced, like a tiny advanced trick with Garen. It's not necessarily that important, but only in certain cases you can get kills which you otherwise cannot. But it's just like another way of being unpredictable when your Q comes out. Is Jenna here? Oh, I messed it up. Oh, you're kicking me away. Okay, let's go this one. This one's pretty free.
I will not falter.
We got the inhib now. Well, she doesn't do anything. It's just 3 of them. They're coming down here. Thank you very much, Rengar. I definitely appreciate that. My team's going to take the mid tower now. That's great. Rengar ultimate's coming out. I don't think we can make a change here. We got to get the team to like fully group here. Okay. We're going to have to walk out on this one. For a second, I had the reflex of like sidestepping the Lux ultimate. But this is actually my the Lux from my own team. I tend to have this like a lot more actually. There are just cases sometimes where you gotta react like so fast to like something that you move and like, oh wait, it's actually the ultimate from your own team. The other day I canceled a backboard for that reason, and then I died afterwards because I was being chased down on. It's such a troll ultimate sometimes. Well, they don't win at all. You see, like they have no chance at all. Well, you're gone. We have too much damage. Garen is so broken when you're this bad, because like your Q does. With the right build, and you get like the right crit off, you're doing basically like 700 damage with just 1 Q, which is absolutely insane. We go back to farming the jungle camps out. And we take this camp over here. We got TP up too. And we go back top side. We can buy my Guardian's Angel soon, and then we're basically full build. Do like a little bit of a dance. I love the dance from Garen, actually. It's beautiful. It's one of the few champions that have like a dance that if you spam it, like it's just super annoying for the enemy team. It's like the perfect dance if you're rolling through the game. Oh, that's a nice one. And there we go. I love the dance from Garen, actually. Either way, this is Garen Toplane. So thank you for watching today's YouTube video, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.